Hi everyone. Welcome to Tuesdays with Dr. Blum, Tuesday lunches. It's 1 o'clock now, and welcome. I know it's Thanksgiving week, and I'm not sure how many people are running around finishing up what they need to do before they head off to see their families. And I just thought I would take a sort of a nice moment today to talk about gratitude. You know, I was really sitting with what to talk about for Thanksgiving. You know, the holidays are coming up, and of course, there's the possibility. I thought, okay, I can give tips for a healthy Thanksgiving, or healthy tips for managing stress during the holidays. And everybody is writing a blog about that this week. Everybody's going to be writing blogs about that and posting stories about that. And I initially was thinking that's what I would talk about, but I actually am thinking that instead of just giving you healthy tips for Thanksgiving, I started to really think about what comes up for me around this time of year. You know, what am I aware of that my people I work with, that my patients, what's everybody struggling with? And it's interesting because it's not just about what to eat and how do I get my exercise in, and my healthy, habits are thrown out the window. And of course that's a part of it, and I definitely have tips I can offer for that. But a lot of people really struggle with and stress. I could say a lot of people struggle with stress, but I don't want to just lump it all into the category of stress, because stress could be just hurrying up to get to this dinner. I actually want to talk about all the people who actually don't have families to go to for Thanksgiving. They don't have, they've recently lost loved ones, and it brings up, the feelings of loss. For myself, my dad, Thanksgiving was his favorite holiday. And so whenever Thanksgiving comes around, this is our opportunity for my whole family, my siblings and my mother, we really miss my father, and so there's a certain amount of melancholy that comes for me with Thanksgiving. And I had a patient this week who had the same story. She really, Thanksgiving triggered all sorts of emotional feelings of loss. And so I started thinking about that, and therefore I really would like to talk about gratitude for what we have, but also gratitude for being alive, for being in this life, and to understand and to share our feelings of our own gratitude, with those who don't have what we do, or with those who might be alone, or with those who might not have. And I'm really talking about connection and family more than I am about things. And at the end of the day, on your deathbed, the saying goes, no one ever wishes they spent more time in the office or had more things. People wish they spent more time with family. And from a medical perspective, the Christmas holidays, especially the 2 weeks between, Christmas weeks, it's the highest time of year when there are suicides, the highest rate of suicide, and the highest rate of sort of, depression and people dying, people who held on or people who are just ready to go. It just is a time of year when there's a lot of souls who leave us. And it just brings to mind. And so my goal for our chat today, which I'm not going to do a question answer today, we're just going to chat for a little bit, is about, opening up your heart and opening up your mind to realize that this is a time of year when there are a lot of people suffering, and a lot of people who are, feeling the loss of loved ones. And, the news paints us all, you see on not just the news, but commercials and the happy, happy families around the Christmas tree. I don't know about you, but most people I know do not have that kind of a happy holiday. Occasionally, I had a new patient this week actually, and she had this really wonderful childhood, and she has these reunions with her family. It's a minority. I said to her, really? Your childhood had no trauma and there was no conflict or no traumatic events? And she said, no. And so there definitely are a whole lot of people out there that have that, but I would say the majority really do not experience the holiday kind of, the holidays that are painted on television. And so I just wanted to share that with everyone. I wanted to sort of invite you to think about your friends, your family, other just people that might be alone, and that might be experiencing maybe not the joyous holiday that you might be, and reaching out and just connecting with them, and even inviting them to your house, or inviting them to just share a meal, or just to connect. Because there's a lot of people that are alone this time of year, and if you're not one of them, then reach out. And also, if you are still around everybody, I just want to give you all permission to not feel terrible when your day is not what the television tells you it should be. So, enough of the bad stuff, right? So actually, it's not so much bad stuff. That's life stuff. I'm a little melancholy today, I guess, with the holidays. You see, here's a good example. There's some melancholy involved, and so I just want to invite that in. Our hearts are big enough to hold all of it, to hold the joy, and to be really grateful for whoever shows up for your holiday meal. For whoever you're with, and to be really grateful for health and family and happiness. But at the same time, gratitude for all that includes the gratitude towards and the love and reaching out to those people who might be feeling more melancholy, and for your own heart to hold your own melancholy too. So we could hold it all. We can have a little melancholy while also experience joy. And so I'm going to leave you with that. Today I'm going to make this just short and sweet. I really wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving week, and enjoy with gratitude everybody that you're with, and make sure that you reach out to those people around you, because there's a lot of people who might not be experiencing the same wonderful holiday. And if you're one of them and you're listening, we're with you. I understand. There's a lot of people. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I guess I'll leave it at that. So we're all in this together, sending lots of love and joy. Enjoy Thanksgiving, and I will see you next week. And we'll be back on a medical topic next week. And we'll be back on medical. Okay? Have a good week, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.